control mind reading telepathy weapon. So aside from seeking medical attention and everything I need, I'm making these posts to document what I'm experiencing. So the terrorists talking in my head are trying to manipulate anybody's records who are investigating them by watching to see if there's anything to investigate with me. And they take control of my vehicle. Literally, I lose control of the vehicle. They'll make it speed up. They'll stop me from merging into the lane slowly. And it looks like I'm an aggressive driver when I'm not. They're taking control of my vehicle. They're Egyptian American, Muslim, women terrorists talking in my head. At this point, like, I don't know, maybe I partly like anybody else, like having a good day, you just drive, and not to say recklessly, but you're just comfortable driving and you don't really think anything of it. Now I am taking so much precaution to make it clear that the terrorists don't have anything to investigate, that I'm going out of my way to make sure that every move I make is so fucking obvious that I'm obviously I'm an innocent person, because they're making claims against me that I need investigating when I don't, so that they could use the weapon to launder money, destroy evidence of the crimes they've committed, and ultimately get the records destroyed, because once it's like, it basically goes into a database where it's stored and archived. The system does a self-assessment of all of the data inside of it, right? And when things are irrelevant because people have died, there is no evidence to that makes the records, the telepathy weapon records, suspicious. There's no medical it doesn't serve medicine to review the records. There's nothing medically, contributory about the records. Then it destroys the record, and it just, the evidence is no longer there. So the terrorists talking in my head are trying to murder me. They're trying to, and people who are investigating these terrorists, they want to see if they have something to investigate. So they, by most literally, take control of my body. They take control of my mind. They rewire my mind so I forget where I'm going. So, and then they, like, I'll remember where I'm supposed to go at a light where you can't make a U-turn, or in the middle of where it's like two solid white lines, or shit like that. That's like, okay, these bitches are obviously trying to destroy my driving record, trying to make me look irresponsible, and then they have people texting me, and it's always like when I call and I'm like stationary and they don't pick up, but the minute I get in the car, and it's so obvious. It's obviously a part of the terrorist agenda. It is so calculated. Every move they make is so calculated that if I can get these records flagged, it will be so fucking clear as to that whose record, like what to start looking for, or what to start, what kind of documents to start feeding the record to pull the data to start getting, like, flagging the rest of their records, because there are several of them attacking me at once. So once it's clear the path that they took, it's just a matter of like weeding out whose records are next. And it's just, and then you just, this deliberate attack on me, it's so fucking clear. Every few years they want to put points on my record so I can't do Uber, so there's absolutely nothing at all that their victims can do to make money. And they're spitting in my head and like, fuck you. Like, what the fuck does me working have anything to do with them? They're hurting my kids. I want the women sentenced to fucking death. These bitches they're committing genocide, and they're clearly serial killers. They don't want me going to open houses. I bought a bunch of nice clothes for work. And now they're like, oh, haha, you put on 10 pounds. Guess what? You're going to put on another 10 pounds. So I don't fit the clothes that I bought for work. After spending $40,000 to go get my body done. These bitches are clearly serial killers. I want them sentenced to death. I'm going to do everything in my fucking power to fuck these bitches, dude. I want them sentenced to fucking death. They're so fucking done talking. They're getting investigated. I'm fucking done. They think they're fucking funny and slick. So the piece of shit talking in my head's like, okay, you want to record? I'm gonna see if I can make you sound. I'm gonna make you sound violent, so that you could get kicked off of YouTube. Ha 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 ha. Yes, we are. Yes, we are doing it. They're psycho, dude. Anyways, I gotta go.